For millions of Nigerians, Lagos represents one thing: escape. Escape from poverty, from limited opportunities, from forgotten hometowns. And for years, he believed the same thing, so he left. Like thousands before him, he chased success inside the chaos of Lagos, where survival moves fast, sleep is short, and ambition never rests. And eventually he made it. But just when life finally became comfortable, he made a decision nobody expected. He came back home, not to retire, not to relax, but to build. When he first left the southeast, his hometown was still quiet. Small roads, unfinished buildings, frequent blackouts. Young people were leaving every year because opportunity felt far away. Back then, staying home felt like failure, so he joined the migration. Like many Igbo entrepreneurs, he arrived Lagos with almost nothing. No connections, no comfort, just determination. He worked long days, sometimes sleeping inside shops, sometimes surviving on one meal. But slowly, things changed. One business became two became a network, and before long, he became successful enough to never look back. At least, that was the plan. Then one December, he returned home for the holidays, and something disturbed him. The town looked almost frozen in time. The same bad roads, the same unemployment, the same struggling businesses. Yet the people remained hopeful. And suddenly, success in Lagos no longer felt complete, because he realized something painful. The city that raised him had helped build his dream, but received almost nothing in return. That thought stayed with him for months, maybe even years, until eventually, he made a radical decision. Instead of investing only in Lagos, he would begin investing back home. At first, people doubted him. Why build here, they asked. There is no future. But he continued anyway. First came a warehouse, then shops, then a small factory. Soon, workers were being hired. Transport businesses increased. Land prices began rising. Other investors started paying attention. And slowly, the town began changing. Not because of government alone, but because one person decided his hometown deserves more than memories. And that decision created something powerful: momentum. More returnees arrived. Diasporal investors became interested. Road projects expanded. Banks opened branches. New schools appeared. The town that once exported its youth was suddenly attracting them back. But growth always comes with sacrifice. The quiet hometown he remembered began disappearing. Open family lands became commercial properties. Traffic replaced silence. Traditional compounds slowly vanished beneath modern buildings. Some elders celebrated the development. Others feared the community was losing its identity. Because every growing town faces the same difficult question: how do you modernize without forgetting who you are? And perhaps that is the true story of development in the Southeast. Not just roads, not just buildings, but the emotional struggle between preserving the past and building the future. Years ago, he left home searching for opportunity, but in the end, opportunity brought him back home. And today, his hometown is no longer the forgotten place he once left behind. Because sometimes, the people who leave are the same people destined to return and rebuild. Not every city is built by government. Some are built by memory, by sacrifice, by longing, and by people who never stopped believing in home.